Hi, my name's Rudy and welcome back to the channel. Please do excuse the croakiness. I've just got back from a week's holiday. Whenever you fly on a plane, you seem to usually get a sore throat. I think it's got something to do with probably all the bugs in the air when you fly. So apologies straight out for the croaky voice. So this is another TFNation video. This time 5 questions asked by Knowlsey, TFKnowlsey. So here we go. Question 1. What would you like to see that has not been added yet? I would love a panel on Transformers Zone. Literally one episode, 25 minutes long, but there's an absolute wealth to talk about there with that show and the toys that came with it. The Diatlas figure, along with Roadfire and Sonic Bomber, creates this huge toy. I'd love to a panel that talks for an hour just like that, because there's manga that went with it and other toys and bits and pieces, and that's where the Micromasters continued. And it only got one episode, and I love certain bits of the Japanese shows. As I mentioned before, like Master Force is one of my favourites. I wasn't too keen on Victory, and then Zone, just I think the potential was there. It's very Japanese, the anime style, but I'd love a panel on that, just for someone to chat about all those parts. Pick 3 voice actors that you'd love to meet at TFN, which have never been. So I would love it if Victor Caroli came to TFN. He was the narrator on the episodes and the movie. But not only did he do Transformers, he also did robotics, and he is one of the baddies in My Little Pony. I've only seen a couple of My Little Pony episodes, but his voice is so distinctive. When you hear it, you know you're going to be watching Transformers or Robotics. Robotics, one of my favourite cartoons of the 80s, and an incredible toy line. So I'd love for him to come to TFNation, the greatest narrator of 80s cartoons. In the same era, I'd love it if Susan Blue came to TFN, the voice of Marissa Fairborn and obviously RC, as well as a wealth of the last 3 decades of voiceover work. I'd love it if she'd come, because she's obviously got a vast amount to talk about from doing all the TV shows that she did, especially Transformers, and especially she was the voice of Stormer in Gem and the Holograms, who is my favourite character from Gem and the Holograms. Really, really cool character. I love that TV show. So I'd love for Susan Blue to come and do a convention. I think that'd be really cool. And then final one, maybe something a bit more contemporary. Maybe Nolan North, being that he did voices in Transformers Prime, and obviously he could talk about the voiceovers that he's done, and obviously as Drake from Uncharted. Once again, it's sometimes computer games and fandoms go hand in hand. They're going to work on a lot of the same projects, and they're going to have cool stuff to talk about. Thinking back to one of the auto assemblies with Steve Bloom, he's voiced an incredible amount of anime, as well as Starscream, and he wasn't just doing the voice of Starscream. He'd drop into Wolverine. He would drop into stuff from, is it Gurren Lagann that he was in Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, so I think Nolan North would be really cool. These three voice actors that I've chosen, they've got really distinctive voices. Though when you hear them straight away, you're brought back to nostalgia of that TV show at that time, or that you get those great feelings of sitting in and playing Uncharted. A really engrossing kind of game. So I'd love those three to come to TFNation at some point. Question 3. What would you like to see in regards to the dealer room? So, I would love if there was a table that was just pure Machine Robo. Machine Robo, Super GoBots, just pure Tonka goodness. Not a Transformer in sight, but literally just a table full of Machine Robo. I'd absolutely love that. That way you wouldn't get swayed by taking a Hasbro or Takara a product. You'd go for Transformers. I like to call it Transformers' long lost cousin, because I love the Machine Robo toys. They're beautiful and rubbish. Some of the cheap ones that just have not stood the test of time, but the Super GoBots are really cool. Hair Fiend and Baron Von Joy, Bug Bites, they're really cool. I'd love just a dealer in the dealer room just to see one person that is literally so gung-ho about GoBots. Question 4. What has been your least favourite pickup? I've been really happy with stuff that I've bought at conventions, so I thought I'd struggle answering this question. But what I will say is my least favourite thing is the amount of time that I dilly-dallied or time wasted choosing the figures that I've bought. I think I could have been more to the point and just not spent 4 or 5 hours choosing one toy. That'd be my least favourite pickup. As you wish. It's like I'm happy with the toy, the figure. It's just the amount of time that I chose to do it. But for anyone that's watched my videos before, I've talked about how picky I am when it comes to what I like to have in my collection. So that's something that's going to change for TFN this year. Question 5, final question. What would you like to see more? Here we go. Would you like to see more convention exclusives? If so, what would you like to see? I would like to see a bit more variety of t-shirts, perhaps. I like the t-shirts that they've done the last couple of years are really, really cool. But I would like to see ones with a back print. So here we've got the small logo. You could have the TFN logo here, and then on the back you could have whatever, the guest list, or get one of the artists just to do a commissioned one-off piece to go on the back of that t-shirt. I also think that it could be expanded to kind of like sweatshirts and hoodies. A nice grey, thicker sweatshirt that that you can wear in the winter months that just reminds you of being at their convention. I always think you could extend the exclusivity, that's a word, of these t-shirts, spread them across other garments of clothing. Yeah, I'd love to see those. And then another answer to this is I would love to see an actual exclusive figure for TFNation. I know they've been done in the past, definitely. There was Rune, and I think they did like a top spin and twin twist inspired figure a couple of years ago for Auto Assembly. But I would love to see an actual TFNation boxed figure that's taking inspiration from a couple of the toy lines, but just looks exclusive to TFNation. When I think back to '94 BotCon, they did the G2 breakdown, and it was a G2 figure. It was a G1 Stunticon done in garish G2 colours, and it's something that epitomises like BotCon, and BotCon went on and did loads of more exclusive, but it's the one thing that makes it really stand out for me is the BotCon exclusive. They're all really cool, and I would love for TFNation to get behind that kind of mentality of this is the thing that defines the Europe's and the UK's largest convention. Looking at a few weeks ago, there was TFCon in Toronto, and the number one thing from there was me seeing the Mackie Toys G2 Jazz Maestro, and it was exclusive to that convention. Hopefully there's going to be some dealer that's got a couple and they're selling them there at this year's dealer room. But yeah, I'd love TFNation just to do a figure. If they could just do it in conjunction with a third party company, it probably would be higher end of the money scale, and it'd be a limited run of 500 toys. But if they were charging 100, 120 pounds, I think people in the fan community would I think they would buy them. I would. I'm a collector of rarities and oddities, and if it was done well, and if it was a robust third party company that's made this thing exclusive, even if it was every other year, I think that could be a really cool addition to TFN. So yeah, that's my answers. Thanks TFKnowlsey for creating a set of 5 cool questions to answer. I looked forward to getting my answers out there, and I've watched a couple of other people's videos, and we're all giving different answers to these questions, and I'm really pleased. I couldn't answer the Dave and Emily's because I'd literally done a video the day before their first set of questions, and I was just like, I'm just repeating myself. I've pretty much answered these questions anyway, so it's great to be able to answer somebody's set of questions that they've taken time to think over, and let's just get more and more excited for TFNation. So yeah, that's it. As always, take care. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.